not Laura. I'm thinking about, I want to separate your pieces out a little bit because of the running sequence, right? So I feel like we need to see a couple things before we see that running sequence come in. Yeah.
Give me a second, I'll be right down.
Okay. Evelyn, tell me the name of your piece again.
Iteration.
Iteration.
Yes.
I.
Iteration.
Thank you. You guys know I'm the worst speller on the planet. It was never one of my strengths. I can speak well though. Right, Bert?
Exactly, boss.
I have no idea what you're saying.
I know.
It's called a yes ma'am.
Yes, and.
Yes ma'am.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Yeah, she gives me $5 every day, so
Yeah.
I disagree with everything.
That's right.
It's a great side hustle. You can get it, my gotcha, right? See, that's worth 25 cents.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
You owe me $5.
It's a system, huh?
It should be. I think Ron, yeah, because they were playing earlier. Let's investigate. So what?
Huh?
Okay, let's see. When are we going to go to lunch?
Playing right now?
Yes.
Is it the wrong dongle?
Do Wednesday next week.
I mean, it says connected.
What time do you usually go to lunch?
Next Wednesday. I have no idea.
Hey, not that.
Oh, it's in my headphones. Sorry.
Good old headphones.
Could someone
Right.
please play for me, please?
Yeah, I got it. Tell me what.
Okay. Put in the lunch. You?
Sure. Ready?
Thank you, Ready. walk from the first section into the second section, that transition between like those two different you,
Yeah.
you gotta work on that walk.
Okay.
You gotta find a transition there. So when you're touching your face in the back, I want you to be aware that actually, like this is one version, but this wrapped around yourself is another version. So play with space between your hands and your face. And you may want to consider revealing your face before the song ends, right? So that as it transitions, we've already transitioned with you. And then my general feedback is after every slow moment you have, whatever comes next, right now what it feels like is it feels like you have a section slow, a section slow, a section slow, and those sections all are falling into the same feeling. It's like you're picking up where you left off.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's true. I think after every time you're slow, something new has to reveal itself within the texture of the work that you're doing. So after every slow moment that you have, I need you to work those next sections to differentiate them from the one that came before.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
And then, because we want them, there's nuance in each of them, and I want you to really tease out what is that nuance. What process is she going through that is different after these slow moments,
Yeah.
right? And then standing, then you come and you're at the center and you're standing is to Evelyn. So, like, there's an Evelyn that's a dancing Evelyn,
Yeah.
and then there's like the Evelyn that's standing right now talking to me,
Yeah.
and there's a moment where there's too much you when you just stand there. And so you've got to find a way to bring more of your body into that stand.
Okay.
And then playing with the eyes being closed, I asked you to open them or just become aware that when you're too closed, it becomes too personal for you, not enough for us. So finding that juxtaposition
Yeah.
going between the two.
That part will be more down to Ready.
And then there's this thing that I don't know if you're realizing, which I think would be a very nice moment, is when you finally reveal your face to us here,
Yeah.
right? Like all of a sudden there's this face, and then when you're here at the end, there's this last moment again where all of a sudden you give us your face again. And I'd like you to let those moments echo each other.
Yeah.
And again, how are they similar and how are they different?
Yeah.
Yep. Thank you.
Something really fast. Evelyn,
Yes.
you, after you touch your arm for the first time, as like a comfort thing, you touch the back of your neck and you like wet your hair. And so then it made it feel at the end when there was like that uncomfortable touching of your hair to be less uncomfortable because you had done it as like a comfort thing before. So I feel like maybe don't do it that first time. I think it might have been super close.
Okay.
Yeah, if that makes sense.
Yes. Thank you.
And I got something I want to say to everybody, which is it sometimes helps me get inside these pieces if you can think about, or share with me what you were thinking about when you created them, and also if you were going to produce this somewhere else, where would that be, right? Whether it's your parents' living room, whether it's an underground parking garage, whether it's a rooftop, like let's think about that and share it with me because it allows me to get to another depth of what you're trying to create, and so I can help collaborate a little bit more with that information.
Great.
Thanks, team. Next.
Next. Magasha, go.
Okay, this is my new music. I'm scared. I haven't done it with this music.
Great.
So
We're not scared.
We're not.
Give me a little bit of a.
Don't be really, really judgy.
No.
But
Too
you're
late.
saying.
I already am.
Give you a really hard time.
No.
Can't believe you chose that music. It doesn't slap at all.
No.
It's
Why are
giving
you
like.
like this?
Do you want me to hit play?
Yes. I think that's supposed to.
Okay.
But
Evelyn,
it's like
do it.
6 minute long, so I'll need to fast forward 2 minutes.
So, because you haven't done it with this music, that means you gotta follow your timing.
Yes.
Follow the timing of the word.
Let me know when you're ready.
Can you increase the volume and, wait, I don't know if I added another music.
Do you want to?
I want to see you guys be,
Do you want to test the volume right now and see
yes. Yeah,
if it's good?
okay,
Ready?
yes,
Okay. Ready? Sure.
play.
want to go in front of the psych or the black?
I don't know. What do you think?
I can see an argument both ways. It certainly felt like the way you were ending wanted to be in front of the psych.
Yeah.
And it felt like the
Yeah,
way you were
that's what I
starting felt like it wanted to be in front of the black. And so I'm curious as to maybe some of those other questions about like, what were you thinking about? And where else would you want to do this?
So,
You don't need to answer that right away.
okay.
You can think about it. You
That's
don't-
exactly what I thought though, yeah. Like, the second definitely is like brighter.
Yeah, there's a real clear shift.
Yeah.
So, oh,
How did you feel?
I felt so much better than the previous times.
Great. Yeah, so what I want you to think about, I don't know if anyone can help Nagasha here, but in that track, that first track, I like it, but I would like to hear texture come in so that it changes over, like that there's some texture more towards the end than there is in the beginning. Can anyone help Nagasha figure out how to do that?
In terms of music or movement?
In terms of music, in the music.
Maybe.
Like it needs like it just right towards the end of that first track, it needs an evolution. It needs some texture sound.
So the silent part at the end, I feel like when I merge the two songs, I'm gonna not have that silent part in the middle, and I'm gonna keep.
Yeah, so all I'm saying is like it's a drone, which is great, but then it needs to start to change.
Yeah.
Yeah, so think about that. Laura?
I was gonna say I can help. I can also help if you wanna like make the music like merge into each other. I don't know if you want like that clear transition from music or if you want it to like zero into your music.
You guys get together, you talk about that. But it needs a little something to get you to the next area without revealing that we're going to this other place. Okay?
Or do you think we could have Deborah play a little bit just for that part?
So then
I think it's Deborah or not Deborah. Do you know what I mean?
Okay, yeah, makes sense. Yeah.
And it seems late in the game to bring in
Yeah.
Deborah. So I think if you can work with Laura, maybe Laura, you could help out a little bit there. And then I want you to figure out, so not only is, like Bert is saying, the first half and the second half feel different from each other, which is what you want, and I think it's well in the piece, but then that means you've got to figure out how do you go from this moment to the next moment. You got to really focus on that transition.
Okay.
Same with the transition in the music, right? So I think that something will help you to gear, but it's not just enough to get up off the ground and then be in a new thing.
Yeah.
You've got to find a way to, how does that emerge, how do you emerge from this space that you were in before? So I need you to be working on that part. Okay? But everything, I think it's working great.
Thank you.
Good job. All right. Odette.
I wrote what I'm gonna say. I'm trying to figure out if I want to put it in the audio or just say it, but I am gonna read it now. So if you can give me feedback on the text, that would be great because if I am recording it, I'm doing it today.
Great.
Don't understand. I already told you.
Can someone start for me when I tell you?
Tell me again.
So I'm gonna do it like silent part.
Tell me again. How does it feel to be broken? Please, just stop. Stop asking me that. Answer the question. How does it feel to be broken? I'm normal. No. Answer the question. I told you. You either do it their way or you don't get out. I don't understand. I already told you. Listen. How does it feel to be broken? I am normal. They're here.
You know, when you're drowning, you don't actually inhale until right before you black out. The instinct to not let any water in is so strong that you won't open your mouth until you feel like your head's exploding. And when you finally do let it in, that's when it stops hurting. I'm fine. Yeah, aside from the not sleeping, the jumpiness, the constant, overwhelming, crushing fear that something terrible is about to happen.
It's called hypervigilance. The persistent feeling of being under threat.
The outside looking in.
It's not just a feeling, though. It's
A window.
like it's a panic attack.
A one-way mirror.
I'm like, I can't even breathe.
An image extending beyond the eye.
Like you're drowning.
If you look close enough,
Yeah.
you can see it. See what's really there.
She's gone. You know I'm trying. Hey Lord, you know I'm trying. It's all I got. Is this enough? And Lord, I wanna.
Yeah. Sorry, I was in my head.
Are you sorry? That was beautiful.
It's part of it.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna read it.
You got me on that.
No, there was a time when I thought the pain and I was broken, and the voices from my past told me I'd never be whole again. But I'm learning now. The hurt
Keep
was
reading,
never.
but go back to where you were sitting on the ground. Let me see it there.
The hurt was never a sign of weakness. It was a sign of love. I grieve because I loved.
fully, fearlessly. Healing isn't forgetting or fixing what was lost. It's carrying it with care, letting it shape me without defining me. I am not broken. I am proof that love leaves echoes deep enough to hurt and strong enough to heal. In the end, grief is just another word for love.
This is gonna transition to my next part.
It's hard for me the courage of stars before you left. How life carries on endlessly, even after death. The shortness of breath, you explain the infinite. How rare and beautiful it is to even exist. Couldn't help but ask you to say it all again. I tried to write it down, but I could never find a pen. I give anything to hear you say it one more time. That the universe was made just to be seen by my eyes. The shortness of breath, I'll explain the infinite. How rare and beautiful it truly is that we exist.
Take that last pose in the middle of the stage, center stage. Let me sit there. Better there. So,
This makes my space.
excellent. So your speaking is better when you stay on the ground, right? Because otherwise it feels like down here it feels like a revealing, a revelation, and here it feels like it's a dictation, right? And so I think that you've gone through this process and you're made small in a certain way, and but you're talking about this thing that's actually going to free you from that smallness. So staying small in that moment is really nice. And then what I want is with that last song, for it to not feel like a run-on sentence or an add-on, you need to start your, whatever section comes, that freedom moment needs to start before the music starts.
Okay.
Right? So then the music catches up to you. So we see you in this, whatever, it is. I'm just moving my limbs. And so then that music catches up to you, right? It's like, and then this final bit, if you're kind of, again, this center stage is really nice because then you're owning this 360-ness, which I think is part of this piece, is you owning the center of you. So I like the metaphor of you ending in center, as opposed to, again, here, which feels more confrontational. The last thing I want to say is, it has a good transitioning, but in the beginning, you have to dance the shit out of it. Like Odette, I need you to eat and sleep and rest all next week, because if you do not, then we only feel bad for you. And I don't think that that's what you want. But if you match that intensity of the feeling with the intensity of the physicality, then all of a sudden it transcends sadness and goes towards that universal. So you gotta dance the shit out of it. Yeah? Okay.
I have two questions though.
Yes?
The first one, when you say dance it before the music starts, is that in silence?
I think in silence. I mean, I think that from this talking moment, you have to start transitioning, right? You start to become, it's a becoming. And then that music catches up to you. Yeah?
The second thing is that, should I talk or should I record it and like dance it out?
Talk, yeah. I thought talking is nice. But I like it there. I don't like it here.
Yeah.
I like it there because it feels actually more intimate
And
somehow.
it makes sense because it kind of like is a therapy type
Yep.
of thing, right?
Yep, great.
Beautiful, thank you.
Laura.
Which means that I'm gonna
and
have
the
two
way of the
music files.
wind.
I'm
Way
so
of the
sorry.
wind.
Sorry about it.
Nice work. So you got rest, you got sleep, you got eat, you got do the things.
Did you buy your rhythm ticket?
No,
Right.
I'm gone.
killing
I'm
myself
gone
for
this
it.
weekend. I'm sorry. I'm in Massachusetts.
You didn't even go to the Evo show.
I
You
didn't
always
because
have
I went to
something at the Evo
Massachusetts.
show. So-
Because I have family I have to see too.
Did someone start it?
Let me know when.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah.
I'm curious of this more on a diagonal. That gets her mixed up.
It would.
Lauren, can you make this on a diagonal a little bit more?
Which way?
Yep, just the way you're going. Perfect. See that difference? Big difference. Okay, all right.
That epic music.
Here, this is supposed to be good. Alright, you gotta paint the walls. You gotta paint the walls with your gesture. Make them bigger. Way beyond yourself. The way of the wind touches all of the things. And here, touch all the things. Touch all the things. Okay, keep going. If you can you? We're just gonna turn the music off. I want to see you. Just keep going. Keep going. Yeah. And then lights go out on that, on the tornado. Nice. So this, I'm really trying to get you to keep painting the space with your gestures, right?
Yeah.
To keep, because then what happens is when you pull in, right, there's this contraction. So you're familiar with The Last Airbender, right? Oh, one of my favorite. Anyone else? Last Airbender? They're like, they control like the elements, right? And this idea that like, yes, you're getting caught in the wind, but also you're kind of controlling it a little bit. So as it's out, right, as you're touching the spaces, and then you pull it in, I want to feel the wind suck into you, right? I want you to control it. Not control your body, but control the elements a little bit more. So when you contract, like we really feel all of this outness that you were contracted, yeah? So work on that it's beyond yourself, and then it's contracting, yeah? Okay, great, and then you'll work on your music, you'll get that. You were, I just had to turn it off because we didn't know. We're getting somewhere. Berteronomy, anything you need?
Oh, we're on time.
We're on time. Good thing Gabby wasn't here.
Yeah, we're only missing Gabby.
We're just missing, and Emma.
But she's not here on Tuesdays.
Okay,
And you'll see them on
Friday,
Friday.
maybe.
Tomorrow's our last Wednesday class.
No, we'll have class next week too.
We have tech from like 6, so we won't have time for dinner.
Oh, that's true.
We get dinner beforehand.
Like, it opens at 4:30 and our
We
class
have
starts at 4:30.
If you have tech, maybe you can,
Well, we have dress. Yeah, we can not have class on Wednesday.
or you could leave class early so you can get granola bars and sandwiches and peanuts maybe.
And I'll pass out while dancing again.
No, I mean, as long as we'll have a warm-up that night and that'll be fine. Yeah, so tomorrow's our last Wednesday. Yep. We got a show. So here's what I want to say to each of you. You heard me say this to each of you individually.
I'm gonna stop the recording.
I need you now to start pushing your edges. So the things that are sharp, make them sharper. The things that are soft, make them softer. The things that have texture, feel the texture.
Make it texturier.
Every second of this piece, this person that we see should be in some sort of process. There is a process happening. Even if I have to just get from here to there, right? If you have to become yourself in that moment, well then I'm like, well, maybe we need a blackout then, right? Because every step you take, everything you do should be a part of the process of your work. Yeah? So right now, what I would say is take the notes I gave you, clean up those little moments, and from here on out, every time you do this, just commit to what you've got, and then figure out why it's there. Because you might not know why it's there yet, and it still could live. And you're gonna feel, this piece isn't actually done yet. It's not set. You think it's something, but every time we run it, something will shift. Lights will change it. That angle there, like, you know, it was much better on that